so excited. I get to use my burn kit, which came out of my medical bag.
Largo's making some pretty slick moves as a skipper at this point. Okay, I have one.
Alright, good.
No, not good.
These are one of those nights that you ask yourself, how much do you really want to be in a boat?
I told you it wasn't a good idea. Yeah. Over the last 8 years of full-time travel, we have had the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Avalon is so funny. She has a knack for finding the only piece of shade. If there's none, she will find a piece of shade. When you decide to live life differently, life is either going to reward you handsomely or will slap you in the face for trying to change what has been proven to work for the masses. Will, you're gonna fly the zone. You're gonna fly the drone? What does the app say?
I don't even want to talk about what it says. The question is, what am I going to do?
What does it say? I don't want to have another brush with the law. Do you, Avalon?
No!
If there is one thing that is the epitome of living life differently, it's living on a boat. Oh my gosh, look, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, look, it's like the Caribbean. I want to sail here someday, even though we don't know how to sail.
One day.
We have a boat. So what pushes us forward when things are downright awful? It's perspective.
Oh, you gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be fine.
Okay.
Join us on our passage from Colombia to Panama, where things don't ever get better and a perspective is all we have to rely on. Okay, so you guys know that I didn't have the best sail, so if I seem less than enthusiastic, it's because I'm finally just starting to feel a little normal again. Thank you so much to our patrons whose support make these episodes possible. Our overnight in the Rosario Islands was magic. We had an incredible night on the Anchor, but our little pizza maker experience left us with a bit of a casualty which we needed to attend to while underway. As much as I'm not happy that you're burned, I'm so excited. I get to use my burn kit, which came out of my medical bag. And honestly, we've just been putting aloe on at this point, and in the burn bag, it's aloe with lidocaine, and some other stuff. I'm gonna probably just do this easy care after burn cream, and then have him stay out of the sun.
So how did it happen, Largo?
Well, I was just taking pizza out of the oven, and then the oven tray burned my arm. I put another aloe and stuff last night, but it only surfaced like this this morning.
Could just wrap some bandages around it after that and done.
Just saying.
Mom's watched more episodes of that doctor show that she loves than I have, so maybe she is better. Yes. The good doctor.
Hospital.
We've done the skin graft. This is just put on the bottom, 3 hours later. You're supposed to laugh at that joke.
I did.
Thank you, Largo.
We're laughing on the inside joke.
You can tell.
Don't do that too excited.
Look,
No, I don't.
Avalon has a scratch right here. Should we stitch that?
Oh my gosh. Stay away from me with your doctor's kit.
We were heading to Puerto Abadía, Panama. It is at the southern end of Panama on the border with Colombia. This is a place where cruisers can check into Panama as they head up to the San Blas Islands.
All right, so it is now 5 p.m. in the afternoon, and we have been...
caught no fish.
We've caught 0 fish. We now have 2 lines out. Now that our extra pole holder was occupied by the barbecue, now it's on our new solar structure. Yay, new solar structure. We have 2 lines, but still 0 fish, so what's the use? Anyway, we're going really slow. We have a current of 1 knot that's going at our nose, plus, very strange, for like the longest time we had about 6 knots of wind at our nose, but the actual waves were behind us. And we had a current that was in front of us. I don't understand that. But, so that's making us go really slow today. We've been averaging about 4.5 knots, and that's with engines going. We don't want to pump them up too much because we just filled up on really cheap gas in Colombia, and we don't want to burn it all. So we're just going to go a little slower, and we'll get there fine, maybe a little later tomorrow. But it's nice. We're all hanging out as a family, and look who's still awake.
So I learned not to take this patch the morning before we start sailing because it totally wiped me out. Like I've slept, I haven't really been awake. I've slept like 5 hours today already during the day, and I slept a full night last night. So now I put it on at night. Let's see.
And Largo over there, check it out, right over there. Largo has this new spin lock jacket that we got at the boat show. That was actually a huge challenge getting the new boat show jackets to us. Funny story, when we were flying back from Annapolis back to where the boat is in Colombia, it's hard to think right now. We tried to check them in on the flight, but apparently TSA said no, not so good. So I had to just take off and get back to Colombia. It took me 2 months to actually find someone at Avianca Airlines who can agree with my statement that it is allowed, and then put it on a plane to come and sort of reunite with me. So right now we've got Largo on it. How's the new jacket, Largo?
Very good. It's less repressive almost.
And good morning from the 4 in the morning check-in. Largo's outside on watch. I'm just inside, just finished my watch, and I'm going to bed. One of the things, I thought someone was behind me. Kind of freaks you out sometimes. One of the things that I've noticed in this overnight passage is that our power usage is now, clearly a lot more because we have Starlink still on overnight. We're actually about 40 miles offshore right now, and Starlink is working like a champ. Normally, at this part of a sail, we would have zero coverage. We'd have our Iridium Go going on. I've heard stories about how around here that sort of Starlink is working 100% throughout the entire passage, so we did not activate our Iridium Go. We have Starlink going on, and it's like as if we were on land. We're still getting 100 megabytes down, 20 megabytes up, but we're occupying a lot more of our battery capacity at this point. We're basically going through about 20 amps an hour. That includes, all the navigation, autopilot, and now Starlink as well, and then the fridges. So it is a bit of an additional taxing on our systems, but if we don't need to have it on all night, which we won't, especially if we do some serious offshore passages where Starlink is not going to be working, then we won't have to have the inverter on. And plus, you don't need to have the internet on all the time. Part of the joy of being on an overnight sail is the truly disconnecting portion of it. Although I must admit, it is a whole lot better downloading weather forecasts on a Starlink as opposed to an Iridium system. But you know what? I'm grateful we have both.
I think I'm on to a new melody. It's not a mix-up, so bad talking, open wounds, heavy breathing and overeating has suddenly left me. Talking to myself after a bottle of wine is like inviting every spirit. I am you and you are me. How is that not strange?
5 hours later, it is, whoa, we don't want to do that. Okay, so 5 hours later, we are now finally entering Panama. What started off as a motor sail turned into a nice evening sail, and now is turning back into a motor sail. We've got approximately 7.7 knots of wind right at our nose. Awesome. We even set up like the spinnaker. Like we have it all ready to go. Check it out. It's sitting right there, waiting to be put on. We were just at the point where we were about to hoist it, and then the wind died. So be it. We are now in Panamanian territorial waters, and this is awesome. We're now entering into Puerto Olbaldia, and it's beautiful here. It is 100% what we expected to see here. It's lush rainforest, it's like jungle, but where they want us to tie up to go ahead and check in, it looks like we're in the middle of like some kind of like crash collision reef over there. So I don't think we're gonna park over there. I think we're gonna sort of drop the anchor and get down over there. Which is gonna make this a whole lot more interesting because now we're gonna drop the dinghy. But that's all right. This is part of the adventure of being here in Panama. We're gonna stay here for the night.
It looks really shallow here too. What's the depth?
It's 10 meters right now.
But that can drop quickly. There's a really cute boat over there right now. Maybe we could have a look.
I don't hate it. I don't love it. But there's a grocery store. So it's our last chance to get any provisions for what we ate up.
I provisioned for enough for you.
We may need more bananas. And some more potato chips.
I don't know about this. So now that we're getting closer, I definitely don't think this is a good idea. The dock looks really high, so it doesn't even look like our fenders would be at the right level, that it would be banging.
That's
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Let's anchor.
No, that's fine.
Okay, all right. We're gonna anchor. Will thinks I'm scared. I'm a little And now we're gonna have to take our dinghy and our dinghy engine, put it on the dinghy to go in there to do our custom stuff. Not ideal considering we're only here
Oh my God,
for the evening.
Show them our
New pulley system?
newfangled pulley system.
So, but we're debating right now if we should just check in and move on to an anchorage about 2 hours sailing north of here, because you see how I'm rocking? This is not a protected anchorage, so it's gonna be rocking like this all night.
It's rated a 6 out of 10 tonight.
6 out of 10
yeah,
what? What does that
unnaveling.
mean? Oh, really?
Unnaveling, yeah.
Oh my gosh, then maybe we should get out of this. Is awful. Whoa, this is pretty bad.
I'm excited about this. It's like a roller coaster.
You notice there's no other boats anchored here for a reason.
Because no one comes here.
They all gotta check in.
This has become a passage of trying out all of our new toys, whether we like it or not.
Coming
I
down.
mean,
Largo.
it's not the ideal situation because we still have to finagle it. It's not straight up, straight down. But
Coming yonder.
this is a whole lot better than.
Could you imagine how we used to do it in this waviness?
I wouldn't be excited about it right now.
We'd have to swim in.
Here we go. Right, ready, Laura? Pull it to you.
Forward.
Almost. Okay.
More. Get away from the. Oh, are you okay?
Yep.
Oh my God! Did it hit you in the head?
Hold that, hold that, hold that.
Now, having a new fancy system to keep the engine aloft is a great addition to friendship. But when you have 3-foot waves in the anchorage causing you to pitch and roll while on anchor, any outcome where the engine winds up in the right place is a good outcome. In this case, it was going to take all of us to make it happen.
You got it?
It's not on.
Wait.
All right. Well, to be honest with you, I can't imagine. Oh God.
Where is it?
Oh, fuck. All right, Largo.
Pull it on, Largo. Can you pull it on now? Is it on?
Okay, I want.
All right, good.
No, not good.
It's not on. It's not on there. I can't see where it needs to be let.
All right, we're close. We're close.
Let it down.
Now,
There we go.
now.
Go ahead.
Now.
Okay.
All the way down.
Got it?
Yes.
hold on.
Good.
Ah!
Oh no, no one's got Largo. Whew, I think we need to check how secure that's on, guys.
You jump. Give me that. You jump into
So there are times in life where you say, we just should have done it. It would make life so much easier. And there are times where you're happy you followed your gut. This is one of those times. So you guys can see the dock behind me. This is a dock they wanted us to come and attach to get signed in with customs. I'm almost at the end of the dock and I can still see the bottom. And so we would have had to squeeze ourselves into a very small spot, which is not a problem. We've done that before. But with the current, with the swells, with the rocks, like it would just, and we're all pretty tired, it would have been insane. So we would have had to fit in this, like back here, and then Friendship is back there. It was I think I'm a bit backlit now, but it was a great decision to trust our gut. And sometimes when we trust our gut, we're still like, oh, you know what? We shouldn't trust our gut on that one. It would have been so much easier. And the fact that we had to wrangle the dinghy and the dinghy engine at the outboard and try out our new system was great to try it out. But we tried it out and now we're just gonna pick it back up and go sail someplace else. So it kind of seems like it was a waste of time, but no one got hurt. The boat didn't get grounded or get any chops in it, so I'm happy about that.
How was sleep last night, Largo?
Sleep last night was rocky, to say the least. It almost felt like I was seasick in my own bed even while we weren't moving.
Last night was not exactly the calmest of Panamanian anchorages that we would hope for. There was swell like there's no tomorrow. We were warned that this was not going to be the best place in the world, but we got here late and it was kind of too late to re-anchor and find a new place, so we had to muscle up. This is one of those nights that you ask yourself, how much do you really want to be in a boat?
It was, I mean, I was able to sleep kind of, but it was just so, I didn't feel unsafe. Like I knew our anchor would hold, and I knew that we have all systems in place if we start dragging or if the water gets in the boat, you know, there are all the alarms and all that stuff goes off. But it was really uncomfortable. And this
really
morning, I feel today like I'm hungover. Like I feel like I just went on a major 3-day bender or something, which I haven't ever done.
It was so bad that Century felt like she wanted to go ahead and sleep with us. And that Century, as cute as she doesn't like to sleep with us. So that's how bad it was. Anyway, we're heading off now. We're going to part 1 of our Sandblast adventures, and we're going to some island. It is a 27-mile run to get to Isla Pinos, and Avalon though has decided that because it was rocking so much and she was up till 3 in the morning that she's now going back to bed, so she's not going to enjoy the ride. It's not going to be, it's going to be beautiful because the sun's out, but we're going to be under motor the entire time. It's got like 5, 6, 7 knots of wind, so nothing to write home about. And all that being said, let's just get back and sort of enjoy what the iron generator can do for us. See what the motor can deliver us to. I can't wait. We're also drying all of our towels because everything got soaked last night. Largo's making some pretty slick moves as a skipper at this point. What do you want to do?
So we're looking to go a little bit up north before we turn in to the islands, because there is almost 9-10 meters of depth along the coast, and we don't really want to risk that. So it'll be up maybe a little bit out of our way, but just for safety reasons.
And I think, what time do you think we'll get there?
Looks like maybe in, I'd say 6 hours maybe.
6 hours. Got 11 knots of wind at 60 degrees, so just about the point where we might be able to sail. Slowing us down?
A little bit, yeah. We're able to sustain, our goal right now is 5 knots, so we're able to sustain that without too much motor power. Right now we're putting in 1500 RPM, so not too bad for being head into waves and all that stuff, but yes. We're smooth sailing.
How's the laundry doing over there?
I'm surprised it won't fall off.
There are passages where things are fantastic from the very beginning, and then there is this one. The key to success we are finding is to ensure that we are not seasick before we start moving.
How you feeling, Jess? Not great? Did last night turn into just as bad this morning? What did you take last night?
Nothing.
So why didn't you take any seasickness? Why didn't you take seasickness stuff today?
Because I felt really, I don't know.
We're almost there. Oh, that's 3 hours to go. I know it seems like a lifetime. This is the issue with being on a rough passage, especially for Jessica, because she doesn't exactly do well with motion to start off with. Yeah, why'd you buy a boat? We're not moving as much as other people do, so sort of we tolerate sort of these days like this, so we can go ahead and sort of enjoy the destination. But we have to sort of deal with stuff like this, and it's not fun, to be honest with you. And 3 hours feels like a lifetime. Can you hold on? No? Food? Anything? Okay. We just gotta hold on. How you feeling, Largo?
Huh?
Hanging in there?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling seasick.
You feeling seasick too?
Yeah.
Where's your sister?
She is in her room, I think. She's still asleep.
She's still asleep?
Probably not at this point. She's probably just laying in there wallowing in seasickness.
Alright, we're 3 hours away, Largo.
Yay.
The strange part is that it's not even that rough out today, but once you start off on a bad note with a very, very, very rough overnight with being on anchor, which should not be the case, it just steamrolls into sort of this. And I'm hoping where we're landing is going to be a lot better, so that when we do then finally move on to the next set of islands, we're not going to have this issue. So it's New Year's Eve. I'm optimistic that we're still going to be able to celebrate. The last thing would be like to go ahead and just show up and then just everyone go to bed. Happy New Year! I'll be here. We'll see.
And even though the sea state was not that bad, about 6-foot waves, they were coming at us on the beam, which is hardly a perfect situation, especially for me.
How bad does it feel?
Pretty bad. I told you it wasn't a good idea.
Bad enough to sell the boat?
Yeah. Well, yeah, for me, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for me, yeah.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I'm tired of being this sick. And I'm no help to the crew. I can't do anything. If there was an emergency, I don't feel like talking right now.
We'll get there. We've got less than 5 miles to go. We're almost there. Less than a mile away.
Panama! Woo, woo, woo!
Alright, so after 6 hours, essentially, it looks like we're finally here. We were head to wind the entire time, so we were motoring the entire time.
So we were unhappy the entire time.
We were okay. I'm kind of getting over the, I must always be sailing all the time. I just realized that, listen, if we decide to leave on a day that there's lousy wind, we're going to motor, and that's life.
Motion sickness is an interesting thing because for us, the moment the motion ends, so does the sickness. It's that easy. And once we entered into the protected area, just like that, everyone felt magically better.
What do you guys think?
It's awesome.
Look at that. This is what we got the boat for.
Yeah.
This exact moment where our kids just say, "This, we just found paradise."
I feel like I'm gonna cry.
It's pretty cool.
I'm tired of being seasick. This is beautiful. I'm just tired of being seasick.
What is it?
This is so much better than Pittsburgh.
Did you hear her?
Yeah. Good, is our plan to keep her is working. There we go. It's gonna be like a brand new arm logo.
Oh, Mom's gonna wrap you up in like Reynolds wrap.
Have one?
Okay, you'll get the bill in the mail. What are you excited about for sandblast, Emma?
Sleeping.
Look, Laura, looks like you can go in the bathroom back there. Laura, don't pee in the wind.
Okay, so I'm out here on the side with the binoculars and Will's over there and I'm just looking at this dock and it looks like it's not only barely held together, but the wave is breaking right in front of it and we have to come in sideways. Can we do a new country dance, even though it's not a new country for us? We were here, do we have vlogs from